What's up, everybody? Busta Boy here. This is the second part of my prediction shows. I just got done looking at the card for Wrestlecon. Like I said in the last part, I'll be doing three parts. Not three parts, but three matches. But I'm gonna do, you know what? Fuck it. I'm doing the whole card right now. So from what I've been looking at, it's just what I can remember. It's Dirty DeChico versus Thomas Gray versus Drew Hood. And they have if he shows. But I think he probably will. If he's smart, he would. But here's the prediction for that match. Who I think is going to win that match. I think that Thomas Gray is going to win that match. The reason why I think Thomas Gray is going to win that match is because he's an underdog. Everyone's expecting Dirty DeChico to win. Everyone's thinking that DeChico is going to kick this guy's ass. Me, in my opinion, I've always been the kind of person to go for the underdogs. So, no disrespect to Dirty DeChico. I like Dirty DeChico in the UWE. He's a great wrestler. Excellent, very fucking talented individual. But I just think that Thomas Gray, his back's against the wall. And I know what it's like to have my back against the wall in real life situations. And, you know, I figured Thomas Gray is going to somehow pull it off. I don't know how. I don't know what kind of lucky stars or lucky four-leaf clovers he's going to have. But he's going to have a lot of rabbit's feet, a whole lot of everything. And he's going to be eating his vitamins. And somehow, some way, I think he is going to win. The next match is Nick Myers versus the Black Bullet. This is clearly a throwaway match. The thing is, Nick Myers, Black Bullet, you're great. You're a great individual, Black Bullet. You really are. But a lot of people don't take the Black Bullet gimmick seriously. Just like a lot of people don't really take the Nick Myers gimmick seriously. I think that somehow, some way, the Black Bullet is going to win. You know, I think because, once again, like I said in the last one, no one's really expecting him to win. So, I think he's going to hit that right to remain silent, and he's going to pin him 1, 2, 3. And it's going to be a hell of a match, but at the end of the day, that's how I think it's going to go down. So, the next match after that is going to be TJ Sakara versus Zach Daniels. Now, this match is probably going to be, no disrespect to the rest of the card, but this match is going to be the underdog match of the night. This match is going to be the under match of the night. It's going to be great. It's going to be a hell of a match. I love both of these guys in the ring. They fucking are amazing in the ring. You know, I mean, TJ Sakara, good lord, people overlook TJ Sakara. I mean, you know, TJ Sakara always bitches about how people overlook Rick Rios. No, they overlook TJ Sakara. I say TJ Sakara and Zach Daniels, two of the most overlooked superstars in backyard wrestling. You know, Zach Daniels, I remember when he won the Rumble, a lot of people were like, oh, he's not going to win the VTW title. And what happened? He won the VTW title. Just like this. Just like TJ Sakara. A lot of people were saying, oh, you're never going to be UWE champion. You're just going to be Cameron Jackson's bitch. That's all you're going to be. And you know what? He proved a lot of people wrong. He beat Cameron Jackson. He went on to separate himself from the CJE and picked up that big win. That he made it a freaking win. You know what I mean? Unlike Titus O'Neil, you know, like Titus O'Neil said in NXT, he made it a win. You know what I mean? And that's what you gotta do. You gotta prove a lot of the haters wrong. Fuck the haters on that, on the freaking TJ Sakara. Fuck the haters on Zach Daniels. Those two are the bomb. And this is gonna be a hell of a match. And you know, who I think is going to win that match? The fans. You know, the fans are going to win that. That's the number one thing. But at the end of the day, I honestly don't know. So I'm going to try to say this. I'm going to say, part of me wants to say TJ Sakara, but the other part of me wants to say Zach Daniels. But at the end of the day, I think that Daniels is going to somehow barely pull it off. I think he's going to barely pull that off. And with matches being made at Best in the Yard, I look for them to probably fight again at Best in the Yard too. Because those two, this is going to be a hell of a match. I mean, I'm telling you, that's going to be probably match of the night, bar none. Or if not, very close. But Zach Daniels is going to somehow, barely win. I think that Zach Daniels is going to beat TJ Sakara. But at the end of the day, we are all going to be happy just having a hell of a show. Up next is something that's been happening a lot lately with Corey Graves. And that's his open challenge. And it's been happening a lot, and I really like the way it's going. Every pay-per-view, every big-time crossover event, Graves always outshines himself. He does something that really stands out. And that's what I've always liked about Corey Graves. He does something that stands out like this, the open challenge. Anybody could join. Anybody could go into this open challenge. Hell, Seth Maverick could answer this. Or maybe somebody else from CCW. I would love to see some more CCW, or BEW or BWE, and I'd said them two different on purpose this time. I didn't say it by accident this time. Or somebody just, somewhere from anywhere, or someone from BTW or UWE, But at the end of the day, yeah, they're going to bring it. They're going to bring their A game, but I think that Corey Graves is going to have just a little bit more in the tank. He always finds a way to somehow deliver. In words of Big Time Mike, he always delivers, and some way, somehow, I think he's going to deliver again, because he's just that good, I guess, I mean, I've seen his open challenges before, and that was great. I mean, his match with Rick Rios was amazing. I rewatched Retro Invasion, by the way. Really good event. I didn't give it enough credit. I was a little out of it. It wasn't fresh in my mind. So, yeah, I'm saying I've seen him at Retro Invasion. I know what he's got against someone with real competition. No offense to the APW locker room, but he can hang with the big boys, He can hang with the guys like that, and he's going to prove it. So, yeah, my prediction is Graves is going to be very successful in his open challenge, and it's going to be a hell of a match. Now, here's another match that I think is kind of an undercard match, too. Joe Cool versus Lips. First of all, I love the Lips character. I ain't gonna lie. I love Lips, man. Lips is awesome. Lips is amazing. Oh, God. He's a funny-ass character. He reminds me of a Backyard Wrestling version of Goldust, only a little bit more creepy. I mean, when he always has unique entrance when he comes out. I mean, he came out to freaking Black Widow by Alice Cooper. I mean, that's one of my favorite songs, and awesome. But Joe Cool versus Lips. Joe Cool, I know he's known for his silly antics, but, he's been getting very serious lately. Since joining JHI, he's been getting very serious. And if he continues to be this serious, he's going to be a serious threat. But at the end of the day, I think Lips is going to beat him. I think Lips is going to win against Joe Cool. And it's going to be a great match. Now, a lot of people talk about The Rock versus Cena, Stone Cold versus The Rock, Edge versus Randy Orton, JBL versus John Cena, but here's a match that tops all of them. A match that is 2 years in the making, because these two have been taking shots at each other all year. Last year, that is all I saw on one person's Twitter. It's all I saw on the other's Twitter. That's Jason Walker versus Cameron Jackson. Cameron Jackson is the Will Smith of freaking of the Backyard Wrestling community. It's like Will Smith and Alfonso Ribeiro. It's bound. There's such great chemistry, I mean, Cameron Jackson's always bugging him about his height, That's why I call him a white Carlton, But he could back it up in that ring, He can he brings it every single time he goes in that ring. He brings it. And that's what I like about Jason Walker. And that's what I also like about Cameron Jackson. They bring it. They always bring it. Now, this match is going to be really tough to call. Extremely tough. In fact, it's too tough to call. But it's only going to get harder from here on out. So, I got to make this call. And I'm going to predict that Jason Walker is going to somehow pull off the victory. Cameron Jackson is no fool in that ring. I mean, that dude knows what he's doing in that ring. But somehow I think that Jason Walker is just going to have a little bit left. I think he's going to somehow pull it off. He's going to get beat up. He's going to be battered. But he's been battered before. He's been busted up before. He's got a wave of momentum. A huge wave of momentum. Cameron Jackson's got a huge wave of momentum. It's going to be a hell of a match. Looking forward to this match. Final prediction. A match that I'm looking forward to. The BTA banned. Superman Punch banned. Rick Rios versus Big Time Mike. Now, Big Time Mike, you had been in some brutal matches. I saw your match with Cage and AK-47. A lot of people have thought you didn't have any chance in hell in that match. A lot of people think that this is going to be a boring match, but I think this is going to be an excellent match. I think this is going to be a fucking great match. And let's get to Rick Rios. Rick Rios, I know I saw both of your promos were great. By the way, excellent fucking promos. I love hearing you guys on the mic. You guys are great. Rick Rios, you say you're not really the best talker, and a lot of people give you hate for it, because TJ Sakara, he says that a lot of people give you a lot of shit and they rag on you. But you know what? I think the biggest person that rags on you is you, because you give yourself a little less credit. You're great on the mic. You're excellent on the fucking mic. You're as good on the mic as you are in that ring. And you give it 100 every single day. Big Time Mike is a fucking workhorse in backyard wrestling. Rick Rios, you are a workhorse in backyard wrestling. This is going to be, bar none, hands down. I know I said this about the Sakara versus, I know I said the Sakara and Daniels match was going to be match of the night. No, I take that back. This match is going to be the biggest match in backyard wrestling. Match of the year. This is best in the yard candidate, bar none. Best match of the night. It's going to be a hell of a match. Two underdogs in backyard wrestling. Two of the biggest workhorses in backyard wrestling. No disrespect to Cameron Jackson, but these guys work their asses off because no one expects them to do what they do, and they're going to tear the fucking house down. They're going to tear the backyard apart. They're going to dig a grave in the back. They're going to have to bury each other alive. They're going to have to kill each other if they want to pull that victory up. But at the end of the day, we are all going to be happy. But for some reason, I sense that these two are going to fight again at Best in the Yard too. But I think, one, we're going to be happy, and this is really close to call. Really close to fucking call. Man, I don't think I can give a prediction on this accurately. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So I'm just going to go with my gut here and say that Rick Rios is going to somehow pull the win. Big Time Mike, you're a great competitor, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to resiliency. It's going to come down to resiliency, and you are one tough son of a bitch. I saw your match in KBW. You are one resilient son of a bitch. I'm not taking anything away from you at all when I say this, but I think that somehow Rick Rios is going to have a little bit more than you. I think somehow he is going to find a way, just like you find a way. But if Rick Rios loses, if this is going to be one of those matches where if Big Time Mike wins, I'm going to be fucking satisfied. If Rick Rios wins, I'm going to be satisfied. But for prediction purposes, I'm just going to say that Rick Rios is going to win. I'm going to be happy as hell either way. I don't care who wins these matches, honestly. I'm just going to be strapping myself in for the show. So let me know in the comments below who you think is going to win the matches. And follow me on Twitter. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This is Busted Boy 46 signing off saying, game on, rock out, stay frosty, and in words of Lurkin Realms, stay funky fresh. Later.